And they've been doing this. How can you kill a man and nothing be done about it? A so-called black man can't kill a so-called black man and get away with it. But a so-called white man can kill a so-called black man and just get away with it, man. We're just gonna lose your job. And they've been doing this. We profess that the Moorish Science Temple of America is the only way for the so-called black man to come up out of this racism. You know, your so-called white supremacists who think they better than me and you. That's gonna exist. We ain't gonna all have the same ideas. We ain't gonna all see things the same. We ain't gonna all take the same direction, but guess what? We all going to the same place. So that means that we gotta start somewhere, and the best place for you to start is the Moorish Science Temple of America. Come learn the truth about your nationality and your divine creed. Come learn the truth about your citizenship that you think that you have, that you don't. Being called a Negro, blacks, and colors deludes to slavery. It deludes to slavery. That don't mean that you're a slave. It just means that you're not far from it. This is why you're able to murder an individual. If the cameras wasn't there on George Floyd, then these officers wouldn't have been fired. You know, they may have been, relieved of duty with pay. But by they actually murdered me, and you sitting there and watching the murder, now you have no choice but to do something. Now, they did the same thing to Rodney King. They did the same thing to Rodney King. The same thing that they did they just didn't kill Rodney King, but they did the exact same to Rodney King. What they did to Rodney King was they beat him, took him into state court. Remember, Moors, you got to keep up with this state and federal. It's two different things. They took Rodney King into state court. And guess what they did to him in state court? They acquitted everyone. Then they said they violated his civil rights. What did I need civil rights for? If the Constitution applies to everybody, why do I need civil rights? I don't need civil rights as the Constitution applies to me. Why? Because the Constitution protects me. When you look at the Dred Scott decision, he sued him in state court, then they appealed it and appealed and appealed and it got to the Supreme Court. Roger B. Tanner, the Supreme Court Justice, told Dred Scott and his attorney that he has no rights that the white man is bound to respect. I mean, it's a Supreme Court Justice. The Supreme Court is not racist. There's no racism in the Supreme Court. It has nothing to do with race. They interpret the law. They interpret it. Y'all know what the Supreme Court is for. The Supreme Court is there to interpret the Constitution of the United States of America. And when they told Dred Scott that he has no rights that a white man was bound to respect, they was interpreting the Constitution. They wasn't no, when I'm sitting up here and I'm racist. Roger B. Tanner may have been racist. But he was a Supreme Court Justice, and his job as a Supreme Court Justice is what? Interpret the Constitution of the United States of America. This ain't personal. I mean, Dred Scott being free or enslaved didn't make no difference to Roger B. Tanner. It's just another a black man in America. That didn't make no difference to him. The Constitution is what you're supposed to be interpreting. And that's what they did. And our people still don't get it to the day that it's the Constitution. You have no constitutional right. The 14th Amendment, which gives you certain citizenships, but it gives you certain citizenships in the state in which you reside in. The state of Texas can't give me citizenship of the United States of America. There's two United States. You got the United States of the 13 colonies, and then you have the United States when Texas joined and when Louisiana joined. So that's a whole nother United States. So it's two United States. I mean, a lot of this stuff is plain to me because I've been in the Moorish Science Temple of America for a long time. Brothers and sisters gonna argue, brothers and sisters gonna debate, because we always debating with each other when we should be sitting down finding out why this stuff is able to transpire. Man, you gotta go back in history to find out what's going on today. Because I wasn't in slavery. So I don't really know what it feels like to be in slavery until they killed George Floyd. Then I finally felt it. I mean, all the brothers they killed, Trayvon Martin, all them brothers that got murdered, I got real feelings about slavery when they killed George Floyd, and I sit there and actually watch the murder. Then I'm telling myself that, man, this must be the way that the slaves felt when they was forced to stand there and watch a European murder one of their own.